considered making the switch to an electric vehicle? Bill Hotchkiss, the head of safety and supplier quality from General Motors, is here to tell us everything you need to know, or at least start considering it if you thought, you know what, I would like to stop having to fill up this tank with gas. So Bill, welcome, first of all.
Thank you for having us, Tina.
So let's get into this. First of all, it's something that I think about quite a bit, but I feel for some reason it's a little bit overwhelming to think about not being able to go to a gas station.
Right.
So tell me, what is the first step when you're considering EV? Do you have to analyze how many miles you drive every day?
Yeah, actually, we want to make it even simpler than that. So we want to make the transition to EVs as easy as you're buying a vehicle and that you have the functionality that you need regardless of your commute times or wherever you need on a daily basis.
Okay, so how do I do that? First of all, let's just talk about charging. How does that work? Is it the same with all GM EVs?
Yeah, so there's options. If you have a home, you can put a charger in your home and have that functionality when you need it. Or if you don't own a home, we have a charging network across the U.S. that can enable you to get to your functionality.
And one of the things that we've heard from the politicians talk about is that that's increasing, right? This charging network, we're going to be seeing more and more.
Absolutely.
As part of the infrastructure?
Absolutely. We have a number of partners around the U.S. and North America that we are increasing, daily to make sure that it's as simple as if you have a gas-powered vehicle, you're used to go into a gas station, we want to make it just as simple as that.
So let's just paint the picture. So let's say I come in and give me an example of one of your vehicles that people like.
Yeah, so our Silverado EV, for example, a wonderful vehicle, a significant amount of range.
Silverado
Silverado EV,
truck.
exactly. So
okay.
Pickup truck, which is a very desirable vehicle for us. Customer wants it. We have a number of consultants that can walk them through that experience. What's the functionality of what it's like to own an EV, and getting a charger installed at home is as easy as getting an appliance installed. We're taking all the complications out of it.
How long can you drive on a charge?
Yeah, it depends on what your daily commute is, your usage. But for most of us, we won't ever have to worry about range anxiety. And actually, there's increased in functionality because you may never have to go to a gas station again. You have your charger at home, you plug it in when you get home, and that charge is ready for you to make your morning commute.
And so does that charge? How long does it take, and then how many in other words, it gives you like 30-40 miles, or?
So range of vehicle miles could be anywhere from 300 miles range, 400 miles range. So for most of us, we commute maybe 30 miles a day. So you'll never have to worry about it. As long as you charge your vehicle at night when you get home, just as simple as making that kind of lifestyle change, you'll always have the range that you need to get to where you need to be. Okay,
so with a pickup truck, an EV pickup truck, are you getting the same kind of power to tow and all those things?
Actually, you may even get increased functionality. I've spent a lot of time driving these vehicles, and they're so much fun. So, a truck owner who wants to be able to tow, who wants to have the power and the torque that they need, they'll have that. And they'll have even increased functionality that an EV provides that a gas-powered vehicle may not have.
What are let's weigh the pros and cons. So, pros, you're not paying for gas.
Absolutely.
What else?
Emissions free. So we're committed at General Motors to have a sustainable future. So there will be zero emissions out of your tailpipe. In addition to that is, we'll have the charge capability at home, but there's new products that GM Energy is producing to actually increase the functionality of your EV, to actually turn it into a generator. So turn it into a backup power source. So in Michigan, as we enter in the summer months, storms come through.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you may be disserviced by a power outage. We can actually, with the appropriate equipment, turn your EV into a backup generator.
All right. What about cost?
Cost. We have a range of offerings across our segments. So whatever your need is, we'll have an option for you.
Okay. And so the cons, I would say, just as a consumer, is being able to charge it on the road. I want to drive to Florida in my EV.
Yeah, so we want to make sure that you have safe, reliable solutions wherever you want to go. So as we build our charging network across the U.S., you'll be able to make that commute. If you're using it more for a daily commute, no problem. We'll have that for you as well.
All right. Well, it's very interesting, and it is the future, right? I mean, the goal is, what is the goal?
It is the future. GM is committed to an all-electric future. So as we make that transition, we want to make it as easy as possible for our customers so that not only are they getting the ability to drive wherever they need to, when they need to, but adding increased functionality. And as I mentioned, with things like our EV, our V2H vehicle to home, that is enablement package, and our bi-directional charging, you can increase the functionality to actually make it a backup generator. But as we look towards the future, we'll be able to provide even additional services that come from an EV. Things like providing reliability back to the grid, or actually be able to save you money.
All right. Well, it's definitely interesting and important to talk about. So, Bill, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tina.